Let me know if the audio, like if there's any issues, if it's too loud, if it's too quiet.
Are women today still interested in marriage?
100%.
What percentage of modern women are marriage material?
'Cause you just got married.
90%.
25%,
Wait.
really? Okay, maybe
90%.
90%? Chat, that's bullshit.
20?
I'd say 2%.
5%, really? Okay, maybe like I'd say like 75.
75, okay. What does it mean to be marriage material?
I think it just means to like, if you love your man enough and like you respect each other on like a personal and emotional level.
That's all girls really need to do to qualify for marriage? What about a guy? What does a guy need to do to qualify for marriage? It's a fucking laundry list.
You have to have the person that you want to love and be with for the rest of your life. That's it. That's all that matters.
Not cheating, that's a big one.
Yep.
I think just as long as you like genuinely love the person you're with, you can make anything work.
Fucking nose ring, septum piercing, that's already...
Where are women being taught how to become good wives?
I'd say through their mums.
No.
What does the color white represent on a woman's wedding dress?
That they're a virgin.
Purity.
Ooh. I never knew that shit. Is that true? Is that true? I mean, I guess it's like representative of like an angel.
How many women are actually pure when they get married?
Probably like maybe 5%. No.
No.
Okay, if you think about religion, 5%.
Less.
You went to a Catholic high school, or like elementary, junior high school. How, like,
Okay,
no.
we don't talk about re-virginizing. I want to say a good solid
Re-virginizing? What does that mean?
22.5%.
No, I'm saying 5%.
22.7.
How many women are actually...
22. Both those numbers are wrong. I'm guessing it's 1%. I'm guessing it's 1%. I'm guessing 1% of modern day marriages in the West. I'd say 1% of the women are probably virgins.
pure when they get married?
1%.
None.
Yeah,
So why are we
exactly.
still using white wedding dresses?
This isn't white. This is ivory.
Oh, okay. So what does that represent?
It's fucking white.
That I'm not a virgin, so it's not white.
Okay. Do you think people can be sexually incompatible?
No.
Yes.
1,000%.
If so, why would somebody marry a virgin or wait until marriage to have sex? Isn't that like buying a car without test driving it first?
I personally don't think waiting until marriage makes any sense.
Yeah, but like to each their own, I guess.
Isn't that like buying a car without test driving?
This bitch has a fucking pumpkin on her shoulder that says, I love you. I love you, pumpkin. Dude, that's some...
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
I think they just like the idea of only being the only person for that person. Like, it's like an ego thing for men.
What is...
It's not ego, it's fucking gross. Guys don't like the idea of someone else's dick invading their female. Like, it's just wrong. Dude, here's another thing. Women have bigger egos than men.
the most popular reason people get married?
Money.
Financial reasons. Because they're 30 and desperate.
I'd say love.
Are men or women more likely to marry for money?
Women, more women, all day.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars. Because, like I said, I feel like it's really
That's the first woman who's told the truth.
hard to keep a woman happy nowadays because women don't know what they want at this point anymore. I don't think.
Why is that?
I think they have come up with something in their mind through internet, and they think that that's what they want, but when they get it, I think that they still, like, that's not what they wanted in the beginning, you know?
Women don't know what they want at the end of the day. They personally, they don't even know what's best for them. They don't know what they want. That's why I think in the past, the families of the woman, the parents, would pick their mate, would pick their husband, and pair them with the best fit. They don't know what's best for them.
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a relationship?
Find.
Maintain. Harder
Maintain.
to find.
Harder to maintain.
Why do some people let themselves go after marriage?
I guess because they're not really looking for something new anymore, so they don't feel like they have to impress anyone.
They're comfortable.
What is the difference between being
You can't speak on that. You're fat. You know, you are out of shape. You know.
comfortable versus being lazy?
I think as long as you're still confident in yourself, you're comfortable. I think once you let yourself go past what you're comfortable with, then you're lazy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a relationship?
Tough question, though. Yeah, hard to find, definitely hard to find.
Why do some people let themselves go after getting married?
Because you get lazy and you order Domino's, McDonald's.
See, but females don't have to maintain relationships. It's always the guy having to maintain and appease the woman. You know, women are never really trying to keep their... On average, women are not trying to keep their men happy because men are pretty stable for the most part. Men can change their mood and be in control of their emotions. Women cannot.
Deliveroo.
It's constant work for a guy.
Baby as well.
Why do some people let themselves go after marriage?
Because they feel comfortable.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
I think...
Oh, do you want to go?
Or you can go.
I was gonna say being lazy is not adding into anything, and then also just like letting yourself go personally.
Yeah, like being lazy is just like not putting in any effort anymore.
Yeah.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
It's the same.
Same, yeah, same.
It's
Do you
similar.
think marriage
I think
encourages
it's the
people to
same.
become lazy?
Yeah.
We haven't found out yet. We're only an hour in.
Do you think women care more about getting married than they care about being married?
Yeah, 100%.
Why is that?
Because they want the big fancy wedding and the party.
But they don't want to be wives?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life?
I was going to say, I hope so, but yeah.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Yes, exactly. What about that?
But the women are in charge.
I hate when guys, like, if you're a guy and you joke around, like, and you think it's funny when, like, they say things like happy wife, happy life. Like, women don't... Guys understand it's kind of like a joke and it's, like, harmless. Women don't take it as a joke. They laugh, but they think it's serious. They take it seriously. So I don't believe in these jokes. I don't believe in having these fun little jokes with women because they start to actually believe that. They internalize that shit.
Right?
It feeds their fucking ego.
Is marriage 50-50?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life?
Bullshit.
I think it's accurate.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Okay, that's more accurate.
It's both ways.
So why don't we have happy spouse, happy house?
I don't know. It's women who feel that they should just be happy. And
Isn't that kind of selfish?
yes, it is.
Isn't that relationship doomed to fail?
Yes.
Is marriage 50-50?
No.
Who carries more of the burden?
The man.
How so?
Well,
She's older, so I think she understands more. I'd be curious to know if she believed these things when she was younger, or if she's married, for that matter.
if he's a working man, he's out in the field more working and taking care of the responsibilities of the home.
They are the sole provider of the household, and along with that, all the other things that come with being the sole provider of a household. So,
Are men still expected to be the sole providers?
I would say it depends on background and culture. I would still lean more towards yes in this society. You do have a lot of women out there that can hold it down on their own. Now, those are proven facts. A lot of women now don't need men, but I would still say that for the majority of women, they do rely on men to hold it down.
So then what would be the incentive for a man to get married?
To have children.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No.
So why would a man need to get married if he can have children without being married?
Well, out of wedlock.
I mean, I think the incentives for anyone to get married are a loving relationship and to start a family.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
I don't think so. I think it just signifies a bigger commitment.
Yeah.
What are the incentives for a man to get married?
Realistically, there aren't any.
Is there?
Show us your
No.
moves.
Oh, no, thank you.
That's how you handle catcalling.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
That's, yeah, men, no incentives.
I love how you handle that. That was great. Okay. Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No. Really? Like, if you think about it, no. Like, if you're dating and then you get married, like, nothing should really change. Except for, like, the status.
Should the over 50% divorce rate be a concern of his?
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
It's way over 50%. It's like 80%, isn't it? It's like 80, 90%. People always say 50%. It's higher, man. It's way higher than that. Am I right or wrong?
Is
Let me
marriage
know.
a wise financial decision for a man?
I mean, there's tax breaks for it, so.
Yeah, tax breaks, but when you fucking it doesn't work out because I'm pretty sure the fucking divorce rate is like an 80% chance it's not gonna fucking happen. She's gonna take half or more of your shit. So those little tax write-offs that she also benefits from during the marriage doesn't mean fucking jack shit.
Should the over 50%
I'm pretty sure it's higher than 75%.
divorce rate be a concern?
I think so, yes, but I also think a lot of people now are more getting used to the idea of commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. Should the fact that divorce laws favor women be a concern?
Divorce laws in certain cases do favor women, especially with families, but in a lot of situations they can be just as favorable to the man.
Yeah.
Women typically get alimony and
That's bullshit. No way. That power imbalance, there's no comparison. Women, that's fucking women's, that's their fucking hustle right there.
child support. Men typically have to pay all this money and lose half of their stuff. Should that be a concern of men getting married?
If they're confident in love, then they shouldn't worry.
Right, but I mean, do you think that anyone
Bullshit.
who ever got divorced wasn't in love going into it?
No.
Yeah, sometimes.
If
Right.
people use them.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if there's no incentive for a man basically to get married, why should a man risk losing half of everything he has for something that doesn't really benefit him?
Well, why should a woman?
Because men typically
Because women don't lose shit. A guy's gonna divorce you and take half your shit or more. When the fuck does that happen? He's gonna take the kids, gonna take the fucking dog. When has that ever happened? Hasn't even happened in a fucking movie, let alone reality. Get the fuck out of here.
are the ones
Yeah, women are taking on so much fucking risk getting married to guys. Get the fuck out of
with
here.
more assets going into marriage than women are.
Not in this day and age.
Really? So you think that most women will marry a man who?
Bro, these bitches live in a fucking air mattress. Unless they live with their fucking parents, they live in an air mattress and with a fucking bunch of other people in one fucking house, and the place is a mess. They have a fucking futon or an air mattress in the middle of a fucking empty room with top ramen cans around it. She takes no risk.
Has less
She fucking moves in.
than she does? That doesn't typically happen. Most
I
women,
would.
women are more likely to marry for money, and they've done that throughout history, don't you think?
Yeah, but I think times are changing and women are getting more opportunities.
Do you think that hypergamy, also known as marrying up, is learned or natural behavior?
Natural.
I was gonna say natural. It depends on, it's societal. I was gonna say it depends on how you're raised.
Well, no, because you're like, your type is based off of what society tells you your type is.
Do you think that the Cinderella story or romantic comedies have had any influence?
Yes.
A little bit.
No, 100%.
A lot.
I mean, don't women want to marry a rich prince?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so aren't women kind of like encouraged to like look for the highest, status guy they can find?
But I feel like there's a lot of women out there that want to be like bigger for themselves and don't want to be like belittled by a man. So why would you put yourself in the perspective of like they're doing better than you?
Okay.
Belittled? What the fuck you talking about? Belittled by men? How? They think that men explaining things to them or trying to help them, like genuine like acts of kindness, they take that as belittling.
Asking to sign a prenup considered insulting?
No, I don't think so. I think prenup should be discussed between every couple.
Why wouldn't a
Yeah, Unbound just says they can get slitted out on Pornhub, get flown out, get ran through hot tub streams on Twitch, get simp donations. But yeah, dude, that's in their mind. That's They're liberated. That's liberation. That's freedom. But cooking some fucking scrambled eggs and sweeping up a fucking mess and doing some laundry for a guy that's going to bring home the money to take care of them and the kids, that's oppression.
A woman be in favor of a prenup to reassure her man that she's not marrying him for his money.
I guess she doesn't want to seem like a gold digger.
So wouldn't it make more sense for a woman to be the first one to bring up a prenup?
Yeah, they should.
So why don't they?
I guess they're trying to save face and not seem as a gold digger.
When it comes to relationships, why won't women go half on anything financial except divorce?
Technology and culture. Women are pretty much trained through technology and Instagram and
Bullshit. They've been doing this for, I think a little past my dad's generation. They've been doing this for a few generations now. This is not new. This is not fucking new or unique to the digital age. This has been going on for a long time.
To have the guy cover everything. The thing is that some of these guys are doing it.
No, I think that's starting to change.
It's taking guys this long, by the way. It's taking guys this long to figure out that something's going on. It's taken guys generations.
How so?
Like, personally, I know a lot of my friends have started, like, when they go out with their boyfriends, they split everything 50-50. Like, they'll get separate checks. Even if they've been dating for 5, 6, 7 years, they'll split everything 50-50.
I'm the kind of person that just likes to buy everything because it's
It's like,
how
I
I
feel guilty.
show my appreciation. I also feel, guilty. Yeah.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Depends on what the guy did.
They're greedy as fuck.
If he cheated, no.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement...
It's what power, man. It's when you give a female power or control, she will abuse it. They will. This is where you never give females power or control in anything, in any aspect of your life. That's why a lot of these female bosses, they're fucking evil, man. They're tyrants. They are not meant to be in positions of power or control because they don't sympathize or relate to or understand the struggles of those beneath them. They don't care. They don't give a flying fuck. They'll be a tyrant and they won't feel sorry for it at all. They'll fucking double down.
Should you give the ring back?
No. Yes. Oh, if he calls off the engagement ring, that's yours. The engagement ring?
All right. If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
It's not yours. He gave it to you under the conditions we would get married. And you would do something to fuck that up. It's not yours until you get married.
Yes. I think it goes both ways. No, because if he's the one that calls off the wedding after giving it to you, that's not a you choice and it's considered a gift.
Yeah, but me personally, I give it back.
I wouldn't.
You should give it fucking
If
back.
marriage is supposed to be an equal partnership, why does a woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean, I think that's just like systemic. Like that's just what's happened for the last 1,000 years.
But like, I feel like the man's wedding ring is the one that is more expensive than the female
And
wedding
it's more
ring.
symbolic, but you know
What? The man's wedding ring is more expensive than the female's. Usually it's a gold or silver band. A solid gold or silver band. A woman gets a fucking diamond. What? The man's ring is more expensive than the... No.
What's funny is that men don't wear their wedding rings.
That is also
A lot
true.
of men don't.
Actually, related to that, why is it that a woman will wear a fake wedding ring to repel men, but a man will wear a fake wedding ring to attract women?
You know what's so funny? I'm wearing one right now.
Why is that?
I think it just is like, for me, like, it's just a thing to like keep the weirdos away.
Right, but are you aware that the opposite is true for men?
Me personally, not. Like, I can see it in like other women because it's just kind of that. It's more of the factor of like you can get what somebody else has, and like sometimes like that feels good. Like you always want to come out like the winner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you always.
And so it's competition, and like if you feel like
It's so fucking... She's describing it, and in her mind, there's nothing really that wrong about it. It's like friendly competition. It's fucked up. It's wrong. It's not like competing over a prize or like, you know, a job position. You're fucking up someone's home. You're fucking up someone's house. You're fucking up someone's personal relationships. But it's friendly competition. That's not. There's nothing nice or good or innocent about that. It's fucking wrong.
like you're doing better than somebody and you can get what they have, it feels good. But for me, it's just like, nah, like don't talk to me. You're in a committed relationship. I'm good.
Do you think it's true that women generally want what they can't have?
Yes.
Yes.
So then wouldn't you say that chasing women is terrible advice for men?
Yes.
Because if he chases you, he's telling you, you can have me.
I think a lot of women will want what they can't have, but a lot of men will not take a no from a woman that they would respect it from a man.
Yeah, you know what? When a woman says no, she doesn't really directly say no. And if she does directly say no, it's usually followed by, it's usually very insulting. It's very, like, demeaning. They don't do it in a nice way. They do it in a way that they attack you personally. And they try and shame you. And so when you shame somebody, when they made themselves vulnerable and they had to work up the courage to walk up to you, and saying no is fine, but to shame them and then try to embarrass them when they made themselves vulnerable to you, and then they don't react in the way that you thought they would, that's on you. That's your fault. You should have been nicer. You should have been friendlier. You should have you should have denied that person in a more polite way.
Why are there women quick to reject a man that lives with his mom, but quick to accept a man that lives with his wife?
Because women suck.
I guess because there's a stigma if you live with your mom, then you're a bum, but I don't believe that, but a lot of women think that.
Would women prefer to be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife?
Mistress.
Probably the emperor's mistress, because I guess it's like a higher...
So women would rather share a high-value man with another woman than have an average man all to herself?
I feel like a lot of women would want that, probably, most likely.
That's why you give them fucking nothing. You give them nothing. You give them nothing. You give them no protection, no resources, no attention, no validation. That means no compliments, no holding the door, no protecting them from violence. Nothing. You give them zero. Nothing. When you're out in the world and you see a woman getting yelled at, or something's happening, or she's arguing with another guy, you offer nothing. You do not get involved.
Gold diggers, huh?
There's a lot of those out here.
Is giving birth more of a privilege or burden for women?
I'm worried.
Is providing for a family more of a privilege or burden for men?
A privilege.
How likely are men to leave if their wife can't bear children?
Most likely.
How likely are women to stay if their man can't provide?
Not likely.
No. You lose your job, you go through depression, see ya, they're out.
Can we conclude that providing is more of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yes.
Can we conclude that providing is more of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yeah.
Don't marriage vows say for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health?
Yeah. A lot of people don't abide by that.
No, not people. No. That word people, no, it's not people. It's women. It's females. Guys will stay there. When the wife goes through depression, guy's there. When she loses her job, or she has a fight, or she has issues, or she has a medical diagnosis, guy is there. Taking off days from work, giving her fucking soup, taking care of her. If you, on the other hand, you lose your job, you get depressed, you have a fucking medical diagnosis, they're fucking out.
Why do some women feel the need to proudly announce that they don't need men when plenty of women still want men?
Because women have been in a position for so long where they couldn't do anything without a husband that it finally feels freeing that they don't need one.
I'm guilty of that.
I think it's an ego thing.
What purpose does that serve?
I think it just makes you feel better about yourself.
Because, like, men have this really bad habit, no offense to men, of tearing women down. And so then when you're like, I don't need him.
No, women just have a bad habit of hearing the truth and getting insulted. Men tell them how things are, or they tell them the truth, and they try and say it in a nice way, and then women get offended by that. Women have an ego problem. Women always say men have an ego problem. Women have an ego problem. They need to learn how to take orders and be submissive. Men can be submissive, and men exercise submission every day. Whether it's at work, in their personal lives, we exercise that every day because we understand when we're in control and when we're not. Females always want to be in control.
A man, you're basically just being like, I don't need to take the bullshit that men like give me.
Yeah, like I have a tattoo on my back that says you're much more than that, and it's basically just saying that like women are perceived more as like a body or like a pretty face. So it just like is a nice reminder.
When you have no personality and you show the world your body, you're just a fucking, yeah, you really have no other value. I mean, that's how people see you. You don't have a personality. You're a copy and paste, fucking carbon copy of the last bitch. You're not different. You're not unique in thought, opinion, speech, fashion. Everything is the same. You are copy and pasted from the last girl behind you. You are exactly the same in every way. And that's not an offense. That's not an insult. That's just the fucking truth.
So I think it's more of that aspect.
If women often objectify men financially and see them as success objects, why is it wrong for men to objectify women sexually and see them as sex objects?
Because women want their cake and they eat it too and want to complain about everything and male bash.
So what advice would you give to the men who don't trust women?
Keep your guards up.